right, we should be live. Hello, hello. It's so bright out this evening. Hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Beginner's Flow, everybody. Oh. Yeah, today we're going to be focusing on head, neck, and shoulders. So we're going to limber up everything in this upper region, upper back included. Oh, water just flicked at me. I'm not sure why I sat down. I should be over here looking at the chat. No, we're not going to need any props today. If you have 2 blocks, I always like to keep those at the top of my mat, but if you don't have them, you are all good. We will not be using a strap or anything like that. But if those are things you like in your practice, they're always great to have handy. We start in 1 minute. We'll start at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time. Oh wow, 6:59 already. All right. Awesome. So I should get the sweater off. I went to the gym and then I came back and like chugged a protein shake and now I'm really cold. So we've got long sleeves today. And we'll start in 1 minute. Boop. Goodbye, socks. For anybody new here, my name is Rachel. We are live here every second Monday evening at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time. And if you'd like moving with me in my classes, my Patreon is linked down below, or you can move with me multiple times a week, where we go through some more advanced movement, whereas on YouTube we just do beginners classes. But I love when people check out Patreon because it really helps support me, able to create content here and there and everywhere. All right, it's 7 o'clock. Let's get going. We're gonna start lying on our backs today for head, neck, and shoulders flow. Roll yourself down onto your back. We'll get comfortable here for a few breaths before we get moving. You can take whatever leg position you like here. You can take legs long. You could take bottoms of your feet together, knees wide. Just get nice and comfy there for 3 to 5 more deep breaths to kick off today's practice. Hello, Madison. Let's take 2 more nice deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling from the mouth. My God, I need less sheer curtains. I'm being blinded. All right, take 1 more big breath here. And then with the next inhale, let's pull those knees up towards the chest. Hands come to the shins, and we'll draw some circles with the knees. This is one of my favorite warm-ups for literally anything. It's just like, feels good. Let's switch the direction with those circles. Awesome. Once you finish that off, let's bring those legs to reverse tabletop position. So the knees are going to stack up over the hips. Shins are parallel with the mat. Ribs are knitting together. Low back is pulling into the mat. And let's slowly drop those legs over to the right. Trying to use those obliques as we wake up the core. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, drop them to the left. One more time, inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, drops to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Perfect. Bring it back to center one more time. And we're going to contract the core around the spine, rock and roll up to a seat. Once you make it to the top, we'll find a nice comfortable crossed leg position. Sit up nice and tall. Hands can come to the shins. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And with an inhale, reach the heart forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back. Exhale to hold on to those shins as you round and contract. Chin tucks to chest. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, round and contract. Yep, we're sitting up already. All right. Take one more of these, inhaling forward. Exhaling to round. And then we'll bring it back to a nice, tall, neutral spine. And we'll get our wrists warmed up. With an inhale, hands come to heart center. Exhale, interlace the fingers, press the palms away around the spine, chin tucks to chest. Inhale to take it up overhead, keep the interlace. And with an exhale, release, circle out the wrists all the way down. Nice big circles like you're wiping out the inside of a bowl. And with an inhale, bring those hands back to heart center. Exhale, interlace, press the palms away, round, chin to chest. Inhale takes it up overhead. Exhale, release, circle in the opposite direction than you did the first time. Awesome, great work everybody. Back to a nice neutral seat with an inhale. Let's take those hands up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand is going to find right thigh, right hand comes behind, and the gaze can come over the right shoulder. Inhale brings it back to center, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand finds left thigh, left hand come behind. Gaze over left shoulder. And inhale, bring it back overhead one more time. Exhale, let the arms fall by your side body. Great, let's get into that neck a little bit now here. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna knock right ear to right shoulder. Roll chin towards chest. And left ear to left shoulder. So you're drawing a big half circle. You can take this in a faux circle if you want, but I prefer the half circle on the neck. Take a couple more nice, slow half circles, feeling out all that neck space. Oh, we are not in lotus, we are just in a cross-legged position for Mizz life. All right, the next time your right ear is toward your right shoulder, we're gonna keep it there and then try to trace your nose to your shoulder. And then we're gonna trace the nose up to the sky, keeping this ear knocked towards the shoulder. And trace it back down. Bring it up one more time, tracing nose to sky. And then we'll bring the nose back straight ahead and gently align the head back to a neutral position. Knocking the left ear towards left shoulder this time. Tracing the nose towards the shoulder. And then tracing the nose up to the sky. Bringing the nose back to the shoulder one more time. And back up once more. Nose comes back to a neutral position, and we'll gently bring the head back to a nice neutral stance. Perfect. So we're gonna make our way to a tabletop. So from your cross-legged position, you can come forward over the shins or tuck the legs off to one side to get yourself to all fours, hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your paws nice and wide. And let's take some cat-cows here. With an inhale, reach the heart forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back. Exhale, round and contract, chin tucks to chest. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, round. Once more, inhale, take it forward. And exhale, round. Coming back to a neutral spine, tuck those toes, sit back on the heels, broken toe pose. I love this one. I feel like it feels so good on the bottom of the feet. We're gonna do something with the hands here. Let's bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and extend through the arms. This is the chest expansion grip. So we're nice and broad through the collarbones here. Breathing lots of space into the front of the body. For 2 more breaths. One more breath in. Exhale, release that grip. Perfect, let's untuck those toes and sit back on the heels. So now we're just in a kneeling position. And we're gonna take a side body stretch here. Right hand plants by right side body. Exhale to take the left arm up along the ear. Big side body stretch over to the right. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Left hand plants by left side body. Right arm up along the ear. And inhale, bring it back up. Great. Let's take it back forward out of that kneeling position. Retuck your toes and take the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Once you arrive here, pedaling out through the feet, move the hips a little side to side, find a little down dog movement. But while you're in your down dog, thinking about pressing equally through the hands and the feet, externally rotating through the shoulder to shine the pit of your elbow forward, pulling the low ribs in, and bending the knees as much as you need to lengthen through the spine here. We're gonna wiggle around for about 10 more seconds, and then find some stillness in our down dog. Last 3, 2, 1. Try to find some stillness in your down dog. Let the head hang heavy. You can gently shake it no. Maybe shake it a little bit yes. One more breath in here. And out. Let's take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Once you arrive here, we'll find a halfway lift with an inhale, coming to a nice long spine. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale to round and fold. Softening into the knees, let's roll you all the way up to standing. Once you get to the top, roll the shoulders back a couple times. And we'll give them a forward roll. Inhale takes the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms fall by side body. Awesome. We're going to take some nice big torso circles here. So from your standing position, feet are hip width distance and parallel. We're going to lean ourselves over to the right. Let yourself lower all the way. All the way as is comfortable. Swish your arms through the middle and over to the left and roll yourself up. Letting everything hang heavy, let the knees be soft, let the head and neck not hold tension. And keep going. We've got 3 more. Last 2. Last one to the right. And then we're back at the top, and we're going to take it right into the opposite direction, leaning to the left, taking it down. Sweep through the mid and roll up the right. These are one of my favorite morning little circles to take. We've got 3 more in this direction. We're doing a total of 5 in each direction. Man, I just lost count. 1 more. Once you finish that last one off, shake it off at the top, and we're going to let the arms come up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, let the arms fall behind the back. Interlace through the fingers, and we're going to extend through the arms, finding that chest expansion grip. And with an exhale, hinging at the hips to take a fold here with this grip, letting the arms fall overhead. Big shoulder opener here. Take 1 more breath in here. Exhale, soften into the elbows, release that grip, bend the knees as much as you need to plant the hands, and we'll step back to a plank. Nice. Once you're in your plank, we can lower the knees to the ground and lower yourself all the way down. Once you arrive on the ground, flipping onto the tops of the feet, engage the glutes, hands come underneath the shoulders, and with an inhale, reach the heart forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back. Gaze stays towards the mat for your baby cobra. You can even try and hover those hands maybe an inch off the mat, so you're using just your back muscles to pull you up here. For 3, 2, 1. Let's place the forearms on the mat now for a Sphinx pose. So elbow is directly underneath the shoulder. Gaze is now straight ahead. We want we want lots of space in the collarbone, chest here. Squeeze those glutes, press the hips into the mat. And if you like here, you can take some of those half neck circles like we were doing from a seated position. So knocking right ear towards right shoulder. Roll chin towards chest, let the head hang heavy. And then left ear to left shoulder. So you can kind of roll through those if you like. You can also just let the head hang heavy down, get a nice big stretch through the back of your neck. We'll be here for another couple breaths. If this is uncomfortable in your low back, you can walk the forearms forward to make more space. All right, if you're taking those neck circles, let's bring the head back to our neutral sphinx position and lower all the way back down to the mat. Tuck the toes, hands come underneath the shoulders, and press up to a tabletop. So we're back on all fours, hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're gonna go for a thread the needle here. So with an inhale, let's reach the right arm up to the sky, opening to the right. Exhale, threads the needle. Right arm threads underneath the left, right ear comes to the mat. Try to make lots of space here between your ear and your shoulder so your neck's not all crunched up. And you can stay here, or we have a couple options. If you like, you can walk this left arm forward, come up on your fingertips, your spider fingers, and try to wrap that left tricep towards the mat. I love this one. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, left hand comes back underneath the shoulder. Press into that hand to bring you all the way back up to your tabletop. Reopen that right arm up to the sky and replace it back in your tabletop position. We'll go right into the other side here. Inhale, reaches the left arm up. Exhale, threads the needle. Left arm comes underneath the right, left ear comes to the mat. Once again, being aware of having lots of space in the neck here so you're not all scrunched up. And try to keep the hips square as much as you can here. Mine are trying to bump off to the right, so I'm consciously pulling them back to the midline. And if you did so on the other side, walking this right arm forward, coming up on your fingertips and wrapping that tricep towards the mat. Making sure you're breathing here for one more breath in. Exhale, right hand comes back underneath the shoulder. Press into that hand to take you all the way up. Re-extend the right arm or the left arm and lower it back down. Awesome. Tuck those toes. Sit back on the heels for your broken toe pose one more time. Sorry if I'm squinting. I'm getting blinded from the sun setting here. And you can take whatever movement feels good for you here. You can take a little shoulder roll, take a little neck circle. Take another little 10 seconds in your, oh, thank you, Forza. Take another 10 seconds in your broken toe pose. And then we'll bring it back forward to our tabletop position. Once you arrive here, keep those toes tucked. We'll take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breath in here. And breath out. With the next inhale, let's reach this right leg up towards the sky for a three-legged dog. Exhale to step the right foot between the hands. If it doesn't make it all the way there, you can use the toe to walk it forward. Lower the left knee down. Inhale to come up into your low lunge. So when we're here, we want to keep those hips square to the front of the mat. Try to tuck the tailbone so you're opening through that right hip flexor. And with an inhale, we'll bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, let the arms fall behind the back. Interlace the fingers and extend through the arms to find a chest expansion grip here. One more breath in. Exhale to soften the elbows, release that grip. Pull the hips back, straighten through the right leg, flex the foot to find a half split. Blocks can come under your hands for support here, or they can come to the mat. Try to keep a nice long spine here. And with an inhale, let's bring it back forward, low lunge one more time. Take the arms up overhead, and we're gonna take a big circle. Big, full range of motion arm circles. While trying to keep your lunge alignment, keep those hips square, that tailbone tucked. Switch the direction with those circles. Awesome, great work. Let's bring those hands back down to the mat. Tuck the back toes to lift that knee and step forward to a standing position. So we're gonna step left foot next to right, come right to a halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale to fold. Soften into the knees, roll it up to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead at the top. Exhale, let the arms fall behind the back. And you know where we're going here, chest expansion. Interlace those fingers and extend through the arms. But I'm also gonna give another option here. If you don't wanna do another chest expansion, we can take our reverse prayer. So the arms are gonna come behind the back. Then we're gonna try and internally rotate both arms to try to connect the palms behind the back. So this is a big movement. And this, if it's not for you, you can totally take your chest expansion grip. That will definitely help you work towards this. But we're trying to connect our palms here. See how this has the same chest opening motion, just like our chest expansion grip? So wherever you are, take one more breath in. Exhale to release whatever grip you have. Take the arms up overhead. And forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Finding a halfway lift with a breath in. And exhale to fold. Bend the knees as much as you need, plant the hands, step back to a plank. And we'll take it up and back, downward facing dog. Great work. Take a breath in here. And breath out. Let's get into the other side. Inhale takes the left leg up to the sky. Exhale steps the left foot between the hands, right knee lowers. Inhale up to your low lunge. Thinking about all those little alignment cues. Hips are square, tailbone is tucked. We're nice and strong in our lunge, so we'll use an inhale to take the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms fall behind the back. One more breath in. Exhale, release that grip, pull the hips back, straighten through the left leg, flex the foot for your half split. Blocks again can come under the hands, or hands can come to the mat. Try to keep a long spine. And also try to keep the hips square. My half split, my hips always want to bump off to the side. We're always realigning ourselves, aren't we? Next, inhale brings it back forward to your lunge. We'll take the arms up into a big, full range of motion circle. We're actually going to take 3 circles in each direction. And switching your direction. Hello, Alice. Great. Finishing off that last circle, we'll bring the hands back down to the mat. Tuck the back toes to lift that knee. Step forward to standing. Coming right to a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Soften into the knees, roll it up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Sweeping the arms overhead at the top. And letting the arms fall behind the back. So we've got our two options here. You could take your chest expansion, interlacing the fingers and extend through the arms. Or you can take your reverse prayer, internally rotating both arms, bringing them behind the back and trying to connect the palms. We've got 2 breaths, whichever one you've chosen. One more breath in. Exhale, release whatever grip you have. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step it back to a plank. And take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And right away here, let's walk those hands to the back of the mat. Meeting in a forward fold. Once you arrive, heel toe the feet out the width of the mat, heels in, toes out. We're gonna sit the hips down into a Malasana. So nice deep squat, hands can come to heart center. Triceps press to the inside of the knees. If you're uncomfortable here, you can also bring some blocks under your butt for some support. So normally in our Malasana, we have our hands at heart center. We have a nice broad open chest. We're pulling those shoulder blades together and down the back. So we're gonna try a little like cat-cow movement here. So let's relax the arms down in front of us, round the spine and tuck chin to chest as you exhale. Inhale to pull the chest through, try and open the arms. Take the gaze forward. Exhale, close it. Inhale, open it up once more. Let's try that one more time. Exhale, close it. Inhale, open. Nice. Take one more breath here, doing whatever movement you want, wiggling a little side to side. And then whenever you're ready, taking an exhale to pick those hips back up, bringing it back to a forward fold. Realign those feet to a parallel position. And we're gonna crawl it forward to a plank. Crawling nice and slow. Oh, apparently I shouldn't go too slow or the cat is going to take the mat. Once you arrive in your plank, we'll lower those knees to the ground. Tabletop position. Get all this cat hair off my mat, you weenie. Awesome. So we're in our tabletop position. Let's sit off to one side, shall we? Bringing the feet in front of you. So we're going to come into a really fun position called cow face. So we're going to take this right leg, cross it in front of your body. Take this left leg, cross it on top of the right. So we're trying to stack our knees here. If this is a no-go for your legs, take a cross-legged position, just a crisscross applesauce, because we're going to have a little arm thing as well. So do not worry. This is just a really nice outer hip stretch that I like to do at the same time as our eagle arms that we're going into. So we're sitting here in our cow face. Let's extend the arms out to a T and then bring them together, crossing right arm under left. Once you're here, Bend into those elbows. We're gonna try and connect the palms. So this is our eagle arms. If this is also a no-go, just take hands to shoulders here for a nice big hug. While you're in your eagle arms, we'll try to lift those elbows up and tilt the hands away. So you should get a nice big opening through the upper back here. Two more breaths here. And then we'll gently release the palms and let the arms relax down. So we're gonna make our way to our other side, and I'm gonna show you a really fun transition here, but you might wanna watch me do it first before you give it a shot. So take a peek. So I'm sitting here, my left leg is crossed over top. So I'm gonna turn to my right, bring my fingertips to the ground, pick my hips up, and I'm not gonna move my legs or adjust the pivot on them. Like they're glued to that point in the ground, and I can only rotate them. I can't lift them. I'm gonna keep walking all the way around until I'm back facing the front again. I made a full circle. And then I'm gonna bend into the knees and sit my butt back down, and I'm in my other side. I think that's really cool. I think that's so fun. You can alternatively also just lean back, uncross your legs and cross them the new way, which this time left is on the bottom, right is on the top. So however you want to get there, or take a crisscross applesauce. And we'll get into our eagle arms on the other side. Extend the arms out to a T. This time left crosses underneath the right. We bend into the elbows, connect the palms, or take hands to shoulders for a nice big hug. And like on the other side, we're going to try and lift those elbows up, tilt the hands away so we get that nice big upper back opening. And don't worry if your hands aren't perfectly connected. I definitely have more mobility on the other side. All right, we've got one more breath in here. Exhale, release those arms back down. Awesome work. Let's uncross those legs and just comfortably plant the feet in front of you and take some windshield wipers side to side. Letting one leg chase the other. And the next time both legs are wiped over to the left, let's turn the torso towards the left, bring right hand to left thigh for a twist. Inhale to bring it back to center. Let's wipe over to the right and twist over to the right. Left hand is going to find the right thigh. Right hand comes gently behind. Awesome work. Inhale, bring that back to center. We'll turn back towards the front of our mat. Both legs extend long. And we'll slowly roll our way down onto our backs. Once you get to the ground, bringing knees up towards the chest. Take them wide, show the bottoms of your feet to the sky for a happy baby. Reaching up to grab a pant leg, big toes, or the outer edges of the feet. And you can gently rock a little side to side here if you like. I love that on the low back. You're also welcome to play with extending a leg or extending both legs. Oh, this ponytail is digging into my scalp. Take a couple breaths here in your happy baby while I make a little sweater pillow for my hair. There we go. Awesome. Take one more breath in here. And with an exhale, let's release those legs down, send them long. We're going to come into a pose called banana, which is one of my favorites. So to get into that, let's take our feet, walk them over to the right. Reach the arms up along the ears. Right hand is going to grab left wrist. We're going to gently crunch up enough to lift the head, neck, and shoulders and scoot them over to the right. So you're now curved like a banana. We got lots of space in the left and front body. Take a couple breaths here. And let's wiggle it back to center and take it to the other side. So feeties are gonna walk over to the left. This time left hand is gonna grab right wrist. Gently crunch up to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Scoot them over to the left. Place them back on the ground. Settle into your other side banana, your inverted banana, if you shall. Oh, Alice is stoked about this banana. She's like, this is the perfect place for me to curl in. And we'll take a couple more breaths here in our banana. And whenever you're ready, wiggling everything back to center. And we'll settle into our final posture for today, a Savasana. You can send the legs long or any position that's comfortable for you. Let the arms fall wherever they're comfortable. And take a few breaths here, letting everything hang heavy, releasing any tension. Take 3 more breaths here. Once you finish that last breath, let's reach those arms up along the ears and do a full extension, tensing everything in your body. And relax, let it go. We're gonna try that one more time. Reach, stretch, every muscle tenses. Maybe your back lifts off the ground. And let everything go limp. Whenever you're ready, rolling off to whatever side feels more comfortable. You can use the opposite hand to press you up to a seat. And thank you for joining me today. Let me adjust my camera angle so you can see me a little bit better when I come closer. Awesome. Let me get the chat back out here. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me for yoga today. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out the link below for Patreon, patreon.com/Mizz A Moves, where I teach multiple classes a week. We have a weekly all levels flow every Thursday at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time. And this Friday, we are doing a prep for Pincha Malasana, which is forearm stand, at 7 p.m. So there's also an option on there if you don't want to take more advanced classes, but you want to support me creating content on YouTube, there is a tip jar. So there's two different membership options, the movement and the tip jar, and I really appreciate any and all support. Thank you for joining me, and we'll be back here in 2 weeks for another beginner flow. Awesome. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.